Would you like a proven agenda for doing physical sales meetings? In this video, I'm going to share some tips and ideas how to conduct great sales meetings. So you will be professional and probably you'll close more sales. Hey entrepreneurs, MichaelPluszek here to help you grow your business and transform your life too. I did thousands of sales meetings, physical sales meetings, and I learned a lot, and I did a proven agenda that I corrected during those 1,000 sales meetings. So it worked for me. Very professional, very straight to the point, a proven agenda that worked. And by the end of this video, you will know the exact steps that I took that created a company doubling, not online company, but a physical service-based company. I also had like hundreds of people wanting to meet with me, selling their products and services. And I took the best things from them and the worst things from them, and I also put that in my script. So my agenda, you'll learn that by the end of this video. And by the way, if you want to know what to not do in a sales meeting, well, if you didn't already do it, watch my video about my first and also worst sales meeting. And if you like this video, you know what to do. So let's dive into it. You can take this as steps, but I'm just gonna talk as it comes here. So I'm not reading anything up, I'm just sharing with you. First of all, I'll say, you got a meeting, you're meeting someone, you're going to present, you want to sell, you want to help them, you want them to buy your product or service. First of all, be prepared. This means know who you are meeting with, know a little bit about the company, and also be prepared about your own look. So dress up to something that fits where you're going. I mean, it gotta be you, but dress so it fits where you're going. And show up early. You gotta know that maybe traffic, maybe parking lot, it's difficult to find, and these things. Make sure that you got enough time, both so you will be professional when you meet them and you are there in time, but also that you're not stretched when you enter the meeting, that you are calm. And from these first things, you won't believe how many people I had meetings with trying to sell their product or services, showing up late, taking the first 5 minutes, excusing all the things that happened to them, and when that's over, trying to tell me how professional and on time they always are with their services and deliveries. You gotta have these things in mind. So when you enter the door to the office or wherever you're going to meet your person, be present. One of the things that I always did was just breathe a couple of times. And think about the person's name. Enter the door with a big smile, be present, be there, be grounded. Walk to the desk and just smile to the woman or man, the people sitting in the desk, if anyone is sitting there, and just ask politely. Maybe first say good morning or good afternoon and just ask for the name of the person. And then wait for the person. Be present, just be grounded, maybe talk a little bit with the woman or man sitting there, if there is anyone, and just have a polite conversation. And don't forget, maybe the person you're meeting with gonna ask the people in the reception, how was this guy or woman? And they will get feedback from them. So if you entered with a smile, being present and all of that, and you looked them in the eyes and was there with them, probably they will leave a good or great impression to the guy or girl that you are meeting with. All right? So the person comes, you're going to have the meeting with, greet them in the same manner. Put your hand out, be grounded, be present, smile, and connect with them as soon as possible. I mean, yes, you are there as a company, they got a company and all of that. But when that is said, you're two people meeting, two people heart to heart meeting. Be connected, give them your hand, and don't be too hard with your handshake, don't be too loose, just feel in, be there with them. Have one or two small nice words or compliments or things, you know, the icebreaker things as you walk to the meeting room. Sit down there and begin the meeting. So when you're there in the meeting with them, maybe chit chat a little bit, but then be the leader. State the agenda for them. Doesn't mean that you're a leader like, wow, this is what we're going to do. Do it your way, but saying, well, my idea of this meeting is that I would love to know a little bit more about you and your company. And I really want to share about me too, but I'll wait with that. For what I did with all those meetings, it was a cleaning company. And that was a very good suggestion for me to say, I really want to see your surroundings. So if we can walk around and you'll tell me what you look for, where you want it to be improved and what matters to you. And then that's a very good thing because we can go and talk to. And after that, we can just come back and then we can sit and just agree on what we talked about. So I understand exactly what it is you want. So state the agenda of the meeting. Be prepared with that one too. And it's going to serve you a lot when we come to the final piece of the meeting, which is how to actually get the sale. When you stated the agenda, let them say that sounds good, or they have any ideas, that's cool. And then just say, okay, tell me a little bit about you or your company, and let them talk. This is so cool. Just listen, just connect with them. And if you got any questions about them and their company, just ask them. And here's a very cool thing, so important to understand. I know a lot of people talk about that. Well, as a human being, we got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So when we're doing sales stuff, we should listen double as the amount that we're speaking. I would even say much more than that. Just ask question and let the person you're meeting with, also the people in the reception, let them talk. People want to talk. We all want to talk. So ask question and ask great questions. But here comes a very important thing. Listen to what they're saying. Be present with them. And one good thing here that I always enjoyed doing, that is listening to these things, but not only talk about the business part, talk a lot about the human part too. So where you're living, oh, you got a family, okay, how long did you be together with your wife, or you got any dogs and things like that. And remember those things. It's going to be very useful for you later. You're connecting with a person. You don't want just to understand about their business. You want to understand about the human being too. People love that. And you do too, probably. And if there's anything where you can connect with them and it fits in the meeting, just say, we got a dog too. How old are your dog? Or what kind of dog is it? And share a little bit about you too, because that's going to connect you even deeper. But the most important here is really just listen and ask questions from a good heart and be present with them. Understand what they're saying. Now, I'll take the cleaning company because that's my experience, and take the agenda and how we did it and tell you about that. But also know from my clients that I help that some of these things help them, and then they just went a little left or right with the things that I suggested and found the way that really worked for them. So if you just can take 1 or 2 gold nuggets from this video that will help you, I will be very happy. And again, please comment below. Let me know, is there 1 or 2 things here that you can use? What is it? And then please go out and do it and test it. And let me know after too, how did it go? So, all right, in the cleaning meeting, after these things that I just suggested now, well, I went out with the person that I'm meeting with and looked in the surroundings. This is also a great opportunity to connect even more. Connect, because we are human beings. The other thing is that it's a very great opportunity to actually understand, and here comes one of the most important things. What is it that they want? What is not working for them today? And the more you connect it, the more they will open up and tell you what is not working for them today. And after that, what is it that they want? The more you understand these things, you're going to use that when you present the offer for them. really what is it that you want. For me, when I went around in the cleaning business, I looked at things, and maybe sometimes they didn't even see things, and I was looking in the bathroom and I was just going with my finger like this and looked at it. Many times there was dust on my finger, not from 1 week of not cleaning, and I just showed them. Sometimes I said things like, oh, this is what you mean, right? Or just did like this, and then very like, ugh, you know? Because that's true, and if I know that I can do it better than that, I'm gonna stick my finger in that pain of theirs, because this is not how they want to present their office. Maybe, but you only find out when you talk with them and ask questions. So go around, talk with them, ask questions, connect with them. And one of the things coming back from the very moment that you enter the door, when you walk around in the office, be present, be aware, be conscious about what's happening, and ask questions. But also, if you see people there working and things like that, just give them a smile and just say, hey. And if something is on the floor or you see something on the table, that was in the cleaning business, obviously. Well, for me, I went down and I took it up, or if I saw a spot on the floor, I just went like with my finger, maybe even like this, and then my finger on the floor, talk with them about this. But anyway, when you're out there with the people working in the office, well, the energy you are giving away to them, the smile you are having, the way you are talking with your sales meeting person, all of this will have an impact on what's going to happen when you're presenting your offer. So one thing more. Now, for me, this was cleaning business again. But what I did was I always had paper and then a clipboard. So I asked the people and I jotted down my notes to this. Two things very important here. The first thing is, a lot of people that I met with, they actually said, are you taking notes? Like, they're very surprised. And I said, yes, obviously. And yes, of course. It's very important. And I said, why? And they said, well, I've never seen a cleaning person coming and trying to sell cleaning stuff and actually taking notes. Okay, but that's a professional thing, right? The other thing is that you need those notes. So when you're doing your offer, you know exactly what it is that they want. You don't forget things. And if you see the dust in the bathroom, take a note of that, because you'll present that in your offer. If you see there's some spots on the floor, well, you take a note of that. So when you're done with the meeting, you have all your notes here. Cool? And actually, talking about the notes, there's one thing about that too. Even the things that I talked about earlier with the dogs and cats and wife and all of this, take notes of that too. It's so important, because we are human beings, and you're going to use that for when you are going to follow up with them. And also, if you sign a contract with them, you're still going to use those things. I'm going to share that in another video. But right now, I'm actually going to suggest a book to you. It's from a guy called Mackay, and he's talking about something in the book called a Mackay 66. So if you haven't read that book, I really suggest for you to read it. I'll put the link below so you know what the exact title of the book is, and go and get it, because this will help you in all of this with asking questions and learning more about your prospect here. Actually, that book is called Swim with the Sharks, but I'm still going to put a link down there. So tell me in the comment below, what is one thing that you love to ask your potential customers or clients? Just one thing that you really love to ask them. Cool. And the next thing here. So again, in the cleaning meeting, we went around, I have notes, I got a good idea what is it that they want, and I connected with them all the way. Connected deeper and deeper, have some fun with them, and just connect. Be present with what they're saying, take the notes, all of these things. I'm just saying the same things again. Good. So that part is over. You have a good idea of that. So you're coming back. Again, this was in the cleaning meeting. Coming back, sitting down, taking the notes, looking through the notes. And Again, this is my suggestion from what I did. When these things are done, there are some important questions. One is, I always ask them, so what are you paying today? Or what is your budget? A lot of people are afraid to ask the money question. And what I learned is that first time it was very difficult for me to ask, but when I get out of that comfort zone and began to ask the questions, most people actually shared it. So, and I would say even 80-90% shared it. I teach my clients to just ask that question. So ask the question. And then those that don't answer, just ask them why. It's just, well, you want this done, so how much are you willing to pay for it? It's gonna help me. Maybe you give me something that I can work with, maybe you give me something that I can't work with, and can just be honest with each other and I'll let you know right away. Makes sense? This is a very powerful question. And that was the money question. But also there are a few other questions that are great to ask. One is, I always ask people, so what is the most important thing? Well, I take notes of all the things, I understand all of these. What would you say is the most important thing for you here? Is it price? Is it the quality? Is it the people showing up, cleaning? What is the most important thing? And then they tell you. And then maybe go, okay, what is the next and what is the next? Depending on how long you will take this, how far you will take it. But these are great questions to ask, and the answers they come with will help you a lot when you're going to create your offer and hopefully making a cooperation with the person that you're sitting with. Great questions.